is a tax hike. It's a tax hike, though, on a product that is not really for sale yet. The cannabis tax was going to be 10%. Now it will be 15%. Stephen Brown is the owner of Nothing But Hemp, and he is with us on the John Schuster Coldwell Banker Hotline. Stephen, thanks for being with us. What is your reaction to that 15% tax rate?
It's just too high. When you add in the state sales tax and the local sales tax, you're getting close up to 27% in St. Paul and Minneapolis. The goal was to eradicate the black market. Now we're right up there with California.
What do you think that extra 5% is really going to make much of a difference in people who would be, already paying what probably is going to be a markup compared to what cannabis was going for on the black market?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge blackup. It's huge. I mean, from $40 product will after tax will be around $51 or more. We're already seeing it in the hemp industry where people are just going over the Hudson and saving on the tax because they could buy hemp derived THC products, right next door.
Yeah, I think it is a fascinating question, right? Whether people who are likely to go to a dispensary, are they price sensitive? If you're somebody who's getting your cannabis from your guy on the black market, are you necessarily the kind of person who's going to the dispensary anyway? I'm curious how price sensitive. Yes, maybe if you can go to Wisconsin, but if you're in, if you're in the center of the state or somewhere else, I don't know. I'm just asking if 5%, if it really will make that much of a difference.
I think it will. I mean, if we were around, 5% or 10% on a tax, I think consumers are willing to find safe products and walk into a dispensary. I really think this is going to cut some of the marketplace down on the legal side. Just because right now you could, purchase an eighth for about $30 to $40 on the black market with no tax and have a quality product.
I mean, when you look around the country, right? California is about 15%, Arizona 16%, Colorado 15%, Delaware 15%. 15. I guess Oregon goes up to 17%, and Washington goes to 37%. Montana 20%. We were sort of in the middle at 10, and it looks like we're still sort of in the middle on 15, right?
Well, not after you add in all the other,
it's the other
taxes.
Yeah. It's the other sales tax that Minnesota is already higher on those states. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the risk when they do this is that if sales go down, you don't even achieve the benefit of having that extra 5%, right?
Exactly. And now that, people can home grow up to, I believe it's like 4 plants, that's already going to be really tough for a lot of these businesses. And then you're adding this extra tax on top of it. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this rolls out. And we're one of the only states that has a cannabis tax on hemp. And so that's extremely strange and odd. So if you go to your local liquor store and you're buying a 4-pack, THC beverage, you're going to be hit with a 15% tax on top of your regular sales tax.
What is your sense? And I don't know. Have you applied for a license to sell cannabis as well? What's your status? I know we had the first round of lottery that happened last week, but what are you guys at?
Yeah, so we did not apply for a license. We are still looking at the industry as a potential option for us, and we could always purchase a license. And that's what we're looking at. We want to see how things kind of roll out. It's been a really difficult rollout in Minnesota, and I don't think necessarily right now being the first is the best. We want to see what happens.
Stephen Brown, we appreciate you spending some time with us talking about that 15% tax that was part of this budget compromise.